Coming up on the Uplift, a new student is finding it much easier to fit in at his Wisconsin school, how his classmates are making it happen on the playground. Then pictures worth a lot more than 1,000 words. What one Minnesota company is doing to help kids who need it the most. And cooking up for a great cause. Why one local chef has made it his mission to be there for the Middle East after a life-changing earthquake. Welcome to the Uplift. In this digital series, we're going to be sharing some of our favorite stories that we hope put a smile on your face. It's our goal to lift your spirits for at least the next 30 minutes and hopefully a lot longer. I'm Susan Elizabeth Littlefield. Thank you so much for being with us. The Minnesota Twins are in Fort Myers, Florida in spring training. Up to this point, it has been all practice on the field, but off the field, the team has also found some time to help. The players and coaches got a chance to lend a hand to a charity drive that helps care for those who were directly impacted by the big hurricane last fall.
You don't know what some people, a lot of people are fighting their own wars. Some people are going through their own struggles. So any action, any selfless action, any selfless kind of act of joy, can bring a smile to someone. And if I'm able to bring a smile to someone, that's going to put a smile on me.
Some kids in La Crosse, Wisconsin are working to make play possible for everyone. They want to make sure that their new classmate, Finley, can enjoy recess as much as they do. Finley uses a wheelchair, so his playtime looks a little bit different.
My favorite thing to do at recess is playing with my friends.
He gets all dressed up in his winter gear, but all he can do is roll on the pavement and not play on any playground equipment. So we want to make playground equipment that he can play on.
So that's just what they did. A few weeks ago, these fifth graders pitched in for an all abilities playground idea at a crowdfunding event. They won money to get the project started, as some of that money is going towards monkey bars that can be used by kids in a wheelchair. Imagine living your entire life and not having any images of what you look like. Well, that is the reality in some developing countries. But Minnesota-based company LifeTouch is helping change that while also turning trash into treasure. Take a look.
Yes.
These photos are phenomenal.
Really fun.
Leave it to a long-time portrait company to capture memories. LifeTouch has always done that. But a few years back, they decided to turn a new page. Could you have imagined it would grow into this?
Not at all. Not at all. It has evolved over the years. And that's what's been exciting.
They started taking educators, teachers, superintendents, yearbook editors from all over North America to Central America to open eyes, open hearts, and open their lens. Jan organized the trip.
And they had never seen pictures of themselves. They had.
What was that like?
Very emotional, actually.
And the recent trip was full of emotion and full of exertion. Alongside 400 kids and their families and a group called Hug It Forward, they built a schoolhouse. But look closely. I can't believe you built a school with bottles.
Right.
Pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Local families collected litter and stuffed it in plastic bottles.
It could be chip bags, grocery bags, styrofoam, anything that's inorganic, they shove in there.
Just this one bottle has 18 bags inside. Bottles are then tied to chicken wire, and 10,000 bottles make one new schoolhouse.
So it really is the community that builds the school. And in our case, it was the 38 of us showing up for a week and providing muscle.
They also provided hundreds of photos.
And then when we would pull out the actual picture, and then they'd kind of look at it, and then they were like looking at their friends because it's like, is that really what I look like?
Did you get some sweet little hugs?
Oh my gosh, did we get hugs? I will never think of a hug the same.
And just like that, there's less trash and more love. And they have the pictures to prove it. A Minnesota chef is serving up Midwest hospitality after a devastating earthquake half a world away. Chef Brian Ingram traveled to Turkey after a massive earthquake killed tens of thousands of people and left even more homeless and hungry. WCCO's Reg Chapman spoke with Chef Ingram about his mission.
it's mind-boggling. It's just, I can't even put it into words.
Chef Brian Ingram and volunteers made the 700-mile trek from Istanbul to one of the areas hardest hit by the earthquake. What he saw troubles his soul.
There was nobody on the streets. You would see ladies and families. They literally had taken chairs and put them in front of the buildings that their family members fell. And they were just sitting there waiting for word, waiting for anything. And you would see these workers and rescue workers and volunteers going through the rubble.
Chef Brian came to Turkey to do what he does best.
I just want to cook for people. My love language is to cook for people. I wanted to come and just love on these people.
But one look at the devastation, and he realized his energy was best spent taking care of the immediate needs of the people.
We bought all the supplies for them to have a mobile kitchen. And I believe the setup started today for the new tent city. Tent cities are popping up everywhere right now.
He is working out of a church he has a connection to. The earthquake claimed the lives of its pastor and his wife. Now it serves as a place of refuge and resources.
They've turned the church into really just a supply chain house, and it's everything from mattresses to baby food to diapers to water to meal replacements and all of those things.
The focus, helping for as long as it takes.
Volunteers can only be in there for about 3 or 4 days. The emotional toll is so much.
The challenge, finding human and economic resources to make that happen. Reg Chapman, WCCO 4 News.
Up next, an unlikely MVP on one high school wrestling team. How he is helping Wilmer make a run to the state title.